Michael, we're talking about fasting. You wrote a book called Fasting, Rediscovering the Ancient Pathways. And I've not fasted nearly as much as you have. But one of the things that I've noticed is that before a fast starts, it seems like crazy. It seems like who would ever willfully deprive themselves of nourishment, But for me, a couple days in or maybe 3 days in, suddenly my mind has changed so much and my heart has changed about so much. I look back and say, I can't believe I used to eat like that. I can't believe it's almost like even after just a few days of doing it, you almost don't recognize who you were before. Do you have a similar experience to that?
I would say, especially as you mentioned, after a couple of days in. There's a section of the book where I write on habits. And I say that there's a violent confrontation with self that awaits you out in the deep. And when I mean deep, I mean several days into fasting. So especially in the place of extended fasts, there's one thing for sure. Who you really are is going to be revealed. And it may not be revealed to everyone around you, but it will definitely be revealed in you, between you and God. Who you really are. The reality of who you are in substance as an individual will be confronted in the place of fasting. And for most, this fork in the road is what I find most of us want to stay away from.
Yeah.
Most of us want to create distance for, because we don't necessarily like the things we find out about ourselves as we get into fasting. The real desires that we have, the challenges that we have, the issues that we have that even in shorter fasts, we're able to sweep under the rug. Because even in a short fast, you can hold off and not necessarily find that much change or confrontation or even conviction in a place of a short fast. But once you get out into a longer fast, the beauty of it is just like you said, your eyes become open to things. And it seems as if everything that you are is laid out on the table before you, and God holds back no punches.
Yeah.
And he speaks to every desire. He speaks to every longing, to every dream. He speaks to everything about who you are as an individual. I came out of a long fast one time and I had someone sit at the table with me and he said, Mike, what do you feel God gave you? He was trying to pin me down. And I said, if I'm going to be honest, I don't feel he gave me anything. In fact, I feel as if I had constructed this big, beautiful skyscraper of a building, but much of it I had done in my own effort. And it looked great from the outside by everyone else that was, taking in the view. I said, and I feel as if when I got into the long place of fasting, God came with a wrecking ball and he totally knocked it all down, which is what he promises to do. He said, every branch that bears fruit, I will prune it, ultimately so that it can bear more fruit.
Right.
And I said, I feel as if he just knocked down the whole building, back down to like maybe the first 1 or 2 floors. And he said, man, this is where I was with you. And then you built all of this. So I said, I feel as if I lost much of what I felt like I was working for as an advantage in my life. And I thank God that he revealed to me the things in my life that had me that I didn't even know.